Time now for a check of our forecast with Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich here. And yeah, when we saw with KJ there, looking at all that damage.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, hitting those towns straight on like that at night. EF4 damage, just pretty incredible. And those folks are really going to have a long recovery. We've seen some storms here locally, nothing like that to our southwest, but some of the remnants of those storms really were the cause of our early morning storms this morning. They were weaker, but they still produced a lot of pea-sized hail, thunder and lightning, and some very heavy rain, at least briefly at times. And we've got a whole nother cluster heading our way. The first little batch is trying to go up towards Pageland, but you see how big this area is. This is actually causing flash flooding to the south and a lot of rain in northern Georgia. So this is what's heading our way overnight. Should be here within the next, I'd say, hour and a half to 2 hours. Now, severe weather overnight will be confined to our south and southwest, but there could be a couple strong storms to our south today and again tomorrow as we see some storms kind of pushing through as that weak front kind of slides through the area. The other big story is going to be flash flooding in parts of Alabama into Georgia. So overnight, you get the timing here. We actually could see temperatures go up a little bit, but hovering pretty close to the low 60s. Thunder and lightning probably in the middle of the night, so just be wary of that. If you got pets or kids that, wake up at the slightest sound of thunder, could be jumping into bed with you coming up around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning as you see these waves of thunderstorms move through. By the time you get up, though, tomorrow, a lot of this could be moving out. We could see a pretty nice afternoon with sunshine, and then the main front actually finally pushes through at 5, 6 o'clock with maybe another little cluster of showers. Then it really starts to cool down. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, much cooler air. In fact, look at that. That is a little bit of wintry weather showing up in the North Carolina mountains. Now, additional rainfall on top of what we've seen. If you get in some of the heavier rain bands, we could see up to 1 inch of rain, but most areas about a ½ an inch. Now, pollen, it went down a little bit, but it shoots back up in the afternoon when the sun comes out. That'll be kind of the same story tomorrow. I expect it to be pretty high for Monday and Tuesday, but getting a little bit lower for Wednesday as that cooler air begins to head our way. So your hour-by-hour forecast tomorrow, a lot of this rain is going to be confined to the morning hours. Pretty much by the time you wake up, the clouds will start to move out, and by afternoon, because of the sunshine ahead of that front, temperatures could jump up close to the upper 70s, if not close to 80 degrees in a few neighborhoods. And here's a look at your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast. Notice the significant cool down, though, behind this front tomorrow. Temperatures on Tuesday, Wednesday, only in the 60s, and morning lows low to mid 40s, so kind of crisp and cool. And then going into next week and another warm up for night's home opener weekend, we should see temperatures in the 70s to near 80, but got to keep an eye on the chance for a scattered storm on Saturday.